Today we are learning inferential question in the paper 2 comprehension. You should have your handout with you. Now inferential comes from the word infer, and infer means to hint or suggest something, to form an opinion from evidence, or to reach conclusion based on known facts. So what is inferential question expect you to do? You are required to use clues found in the passage to make certain deduction, prediction, or conclusion. You have to try and figure out or guess what the author is trying to say. So in other words, this inferential question is different from factual question. The information is not directly stated in the passage. You cannot just lift the answer from the passage. You have to read between the lines. You have to find contextual clues found in the passage. Then you craft your answer to answer the question. So inferential questions start with these words: infer, how, why, find, evidence, suggest, what is the impression given, what do you think, which word or sentence tells you that, something. So inferential questions usually start with these words. So how should you answer inferential questions? Step 1, you need to understand what the question is asking for. Step 2, look for clues in the passage. Step 3, use the clues and try to guess what the author is trying to imply or suggest. Step 4, draw your own conclusion on what you think the author is saying based on the clues in the passage. And that means make an educated guess what the answer is. Now, we are going to try the questions in a handout. Please get a pen ready. Let's try exercise 8. We write the following sentence, changing the word cucumber to a more suitable word that makes better sense and fits the sentence more appropriate. A dog has 4 cucumbers. So the word should be, the dog has 4, what 4 things? Legs, clean your cucumber with a toothbrush. The word should be, so the clue is toothbrush. What do you clean? You clean your teeth with a toothbrush. Drinking cucumber every day will give us strong bones. The word should be, so you drink something every day that gives us strong bones. So drinking something that will be a liquid, and this liquid gives us strong bones. It should be milk. Okay, so you managed to get all this answer because of the clues in the sentence itself. Okay, so these are educated guesses. Let's try exercise B. What do you think? What can you infer from the following sentences? We bought our tickets and popcorn. So where do you think we are at? So we need to buy some place that you need to buy tickets, some place that has popcorn. That means we were, because it's past tense. We were at the cinema. Or you can write, we were at the movies. Sue blew out the candles and opened her presents. So what can you infer? What occasion is it? Okay, blowing out candles, opening presents. It is So it was Sue's, what grand occasion is it? Birthday. Next. Yesterday we cleared our lockers and brought everything home. So what do you think yesterday was? Okay, you cleared lockers, brought everything home. It was the last day of school. Did you get that? So again, you make these inferences because you were aware of the contextual clues. Okay, shall we do exercise C now? Let's try the exercise. Exercise C. She cried as she stood beside the grave. Where do you think she was? So we can find the clues. Grave. Where can you find graves? Yes, the cemetery. So she was at the cemetery. Cemetery. Let's try the next exercise. Exercise D. So, Henry said gleefully, I heard you finally sold your car. Yes, and I bought a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Now when I'm brought on business trips, I feel much more at ease knowing my wife is driving a safe car. From Henry's last sentence, what can you infer about his old car? So, what do you say about the old car? Actually, you need to find out what is the contextual clues. My wife is driving a safe car. So that tells you that his old car was not very safe, right, to be driven. Okay, now let's try exercise E now. Jacob hate finishing things almost as much as he loved starting them. As a result, he had got into a million hobbies and activities, but he never stuck with any of them long enough to get any good. So looking at line 1, Jacob hated finishing things almost as much as he loved starting them. What does this tell you about Jacob's character? Jacob was not committed What other possible answer? He lost interest easily. Okay. Let's look at exercise F. I was already unhappy with what I was saying. I'm causing this to happen, I kept thinking. This lamb had been hand-fed for 6 months, fattened up, for me. Perhaps had I said when Joseph first suggested this blood feast, no, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be able to make it this time round. Maybe the outcome for Sheepy here would have been different. Or would it have been? Why was I being so squeamish? This lamb's number was up the second he was born. You can't milk a lamb. Nobody's going to keep him as a pet. This is Portugal, for goodness sake. This creature was lamb chop from birth. Still, he was my lamb. I was responsible. For a guy who spent 28 years serving dead animals and sneering at vegetarians, I was having an unseemly amount of trouble getting with the program. I had to accept all of this. I could do this. There was already plenty in my life to feel guilty about. This would be just one more thing. What does the phrase, I'm causing this to happen, I kept thinking, tell us about how the writer was feeling towards what was happening? So you can find a contextual clue here. And the question, how, tell us, and you are supposed to find out what was the writer's feeling. I'm causing this to happen. What does it mean? How is the writer feeling? The writer felt guilty. Or you can say that he felt responsible for what was happening. Next question. What does this creature was lamb chopped from birth suggest? Why the lamb was bred? So this creature was lamb chopped from birth. What's lamb chop? So why was the lamb being bred? Lamb chop is a type of food, so the lamb was bred for food. What is another clue here? Nobody's going to keep it as a pet. You can't milk lamb. So, what is it meant to be done? It was bred to feed people. So, today we are done with inferential questions. I hope you understand how to do these questions now. If you have any question, leave under the comments and I will help you. Thank you.